to Bristol. We are here at this half-mile banked oval for the first of the heat races here for the All-Star race. The cars are already on pit road and ready to go. And without further ado, we have your starting lineup. In row 1, it's Eric Jones and the 3 of Austin Dillon. Row 2, it's Kurt Busch and Daniel Suarez, and then 99. Row 3, it's Anthony Alfredo, Fast Pasta, and Ty Gibbs on 51. Row 4 is Michael McDowell and Caden Joseph. And row 5, rounding out the field, is Ty Dillon and Cody Ware. Here's your race info. It's the first heat race. 5 laps, 10 drivers, and the winner will advance into the All-Star race. And we're green here in Bristol. Green flag is in the air. We're racing for heat 1. Eric Jones leads him down into turn 1. He and Austin Dillon are even right now as Jones trying to pull ahead off the corner. Can't do it. Austin Dillon remains side by side. Here comes Kurt Busch up the inside, having a look. Thinks better of it as Austin Dillon gets washed up the racetrack. Here comes Kurt Busch back on the inside of Eric Jones trying to make that move. Jones is going to try that high side. That's probably going to be the best line early on here tonight. Here's the try to get that resin on the bottom lane working. As here comes Daniel Suarez on the inside of the one of Kurt Busch. Eric Jones now being ran down by Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez is coming fast here, right on the back bumper of Eric Jones. He gets underneath him, runs him up the racetrack, and Daniel Suarez has the lead here in Bristol. No, not so fast as Eric Jones. He's going to cross him over, and he's going to run Suarez up the racetrack. Oh, they touch. There's contact there. Eric Jones might have a tire rub on that right rear tire. Looks like it's gone away, though, as Suarez now looks to the outside here, coming to 1 lap to go. And contact! Big hit in the outside wall from Eric Jones. He saves it. Oh, no, never mind, as Kurt Busch slams into the rear end of the 43, and he takes a hard lick as more cars come piling in. Let's take a look at your replay. Yeah, we see Eric Jones just get loose underneath Suarez as he was able to save it. No caution there, and then that's when the caution comes out as Kurt Busch slams into the back. And oh, what a huge hit Kurt Busch took after making contact with that 43. Oh yeah, big passenger side hit for Kurt Busch as Austin Dillon had nowhere to go as the track was blocked. And Ty Dillon, if the results stand, he will advance into the All-Star race as he got through all this mess, took the white flag before the caution came out. So he will advance into the All-Star race. As we go now on to Heat 2 of the All-Star Open. Welcome back to Bristol as the 9 cars ready to take on this half-mile banked oval again here for the second time tonight. This time it's 9 different drivers here for Heat 2. Winner will advance to the All-Star race. And without further ado, let's take a look at your starting lineup. In row 1, it's Cole Custer in the 41 and Ross Chastain. Row 2, it's Santino Ferrucci in the 13 and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. Row 3, it's Natalie Decker in the 44 and Sheldon Creed in the 25. Row 4, it's Todd Gilliland and the 88 of Noah Gregson. And rounding out the field in row 5 is Lando Norris in the 40 McLaren. Here's your race info. It's the second of the heat races, and we have 5 laps, 10 drivers, and the winner will advance to the All-Star race. We're green here in Bristol for heat number 2. Cole Custer leads us to the green. And an even start here. Not a great start, though, for Cole Custer as he's holding up that bottom lane as the top 2 on the outside lane might get clear here as Chastain is already well clear, and there goes Stenhouse by the 41 now. And Stenhouse is on the outside of Chastain, and he's going to make the pass. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is the leader here. And oh, big problems for Cole Custer. Big hits as he collects Gregson and Santino Ferrucci and the cautions out here early on in Bristol. A big wreck, and I think something might have went wrong with Cole Custer there. He was really slow on that restart. Maybe something with the setup. But yeah, his car just went straight. I don't know if he lost a tire. There's a mechanical issue. But that was a big hit for the 41. Yeah, comes off the wall. Gets collected by Santino Ferrucci. Goes back up the track. And gets hit by Gregson again. Big hit for Cole Custer there. As we'll take a look at it one last time here in real time. And now, the first choose cone of the evening here, as Ricky Santos Jr. leads under the choose cone. He's going to go outside Chastain, and Creed go inside, as Decker will take the outside with Gilliland, and Norris will go to the inside. 6 cars left in this race. We have 2 laps to go here in overtime. It's a 3 wide into turn 1. Chastain is loose. He's up into the 47, in the outside wall. There goes Stenhouse's chances, as it's Sheldon Creed for GMS who leads here in Heat 2, trying to advance himself in GMS into the All-Star race. Here we go, 1 lap to go. Here Chastain's a groove higher than the 25, and they both get into the wall. The 25 slides up, and they both hit the wall. Here, down the back straightaway for the last time. The 25 protects the inside. Chastain moves Sheldon Creed. It's not going to be enough. Oh, he spins Creed, and the 42 is going to win, as Sheldon Creed gets spun off the bumper of Ross Chastain here, and Chastain will go into the All-Star race. As Ty Gibbs in the 51 is going to be the fan vote winner, as he'll also advance into the All-Star race. We'll take a look at your replay for the final lap. As you see there, Creed just slides up in front of Chastain and gets hit a little bit, and that sends them both into the wall. And then 3 and 4, Chastain moves to 25. It's not going to be enough, and he just has to hook the 25 into the inside wall to advance himself into the All-Star race. As we'll go to the All-Star race now. Happy New Year's Eve from Bristol, Tennessee. Tonight we have the 25 best drivers in the ADCS that'll take on Bristol Motor Speedway for the All-Star race. The 25 drivers will be racing for the crown of All-Star Race Champion. We just finished the heat races, which produced some amazing racing and chaos. Let's see what the All-Star race has in store for us today. Without further ado, here's your starting lineup. On pole, it's Joey Logano, and alongside him, the 9 of Chase Elliott. Row 2, it's Kyle Larson, and the defending series champion, Kevin Harvick. Row 3, it's Ryan Blaney in the 12, and Brad Keselowski in the number 2 car. In row 4, it's the 11 of Denny Hamlin, and the runner-up from this year, Martin Truex Jr. And it's Monza winner, Matt Benedetto in row 5 alongside Haley Dean. Row 6 is Kyle Busch and the 24 of William Byron. Row 7, it's Christopher Bell and Eric Almirola. Row 8, it's Tyler Reddick in the 8 and Bubba Wallace in the 23. Row 9, it's Alex Bowman the Showman and Ryan Newman in the 6. Row 10, it's Chase Briscoe and Ryan Preece. Row 11, it's the Daytona 500 winner, Chris Buescher, and Talladega winner, Corey LaJoie. And in row 12, it's the heat winners of Ty Dillon and Ross Chastain. In row 13, Ty Gibbs is your fan vote winner. Here's race info. It's 16 laps. Stage lengths are 6 laps, and 4 lap shootout for the last stage. 25 drivers, and Logano is on pole. Here we go. Green flag is in the air, and we're green here in the All-Star race. It's Chase Elliott who looks like he's ahead here in the early stages out of turn 1. Chase Elliott leads them down into turn 3 and 4, and he's clear of the 22 of Logano. Harvick's going to get clear as well, as Harvick's now on the outside of Chase Elliott. He's going to take the lead, and he's going to lead lap 1. Kevin Harvick riding that high side, riding that wall, as he's blocking off Chase Elliott's line. Looks like the high side is early the preferred line here from all the drivers. As you see car after car ripping that high side, as Chase Elliott got a little loose off that corner there, almost tagged the wall. Here is Keselowski's going to try the inside line. Let's see how that works for him. It's not going to work very well, as Chase Elliott's back ahead with a better lead than he did have. So the outside lane looking like the dominant lane earlier here is Keselowski's to the back bumper of the 9 Elliott. Watch the line here that Kevin Harvick's going to take into turn 1 and 2. This is why he's so great here. He's able to drift the... not drift the car, but he's able to float the car into the corner, but then maintain on corner exit. As here we see Brad Keselowski's going to make a pass for second place here on the 9 of Chase Elliott. Elliott's going to try to fight back on the inside. He's side by side with Keselowski. It's not going to work. Keselowski's clear for second place here at the All-Star race. Now, Keselowski goes back to the bottom lane. Maybe that bottom lane's starting to work its way into this thing. Oh, we have problems. Bubble walls hard in the outside wall. Big fire in the back of that car. Briscoe's collected as well as Ross Chastain. A big crash here on lap 5 as the red flag is out. And that'll end the segment. At the end of the segment, by the way, the top 7 get inverted. So let's take a look at your replay. Oh, Chastain was down there. I don't know if Bubba didn't know that he was down there or what, but Bubba just came down on the 42. Oh, never mind. I think Chastain probably should have backed out of that one. Yeah, a bad angle into the corner. Not a very smart move for Ross Chastain, as he takes out 2 cars with him. A big fire, though, erupting in the back of the number 23 machine, as all drivers climbed out as the top 7 inverted. That means that Denny Hamlin is now the race leader here at the All-Star race. Green flag is back in the air, and we're green for stage 2. And we'll go ADCS All Access. Hope you guys enjoyed All Access as we're back here from Bristol. Martin Truex Jr. is taking the race lead. As Harvick's going to get turned off the corner by Keselowski. A big hit for Kevin Harvick. Huge crash down in turn 1 again. A lot of good cars caught up in that one as the red flag is displayed once again. Keselowski and Harvick collide again as well. Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, and Eric Almirola also collected. Take a look at your replay. Payback for Keselowski, though, from the championship race, as he just hooked Harvick to the inside wall. Harvick came back up the track, collected Keselowski, as well as Chase Elliott and Ty Gibbs, as possibly the 3 fastest cars here tonight are out of it. As Chase Elliott took a really hard hit as well, while Harvick took about 3 good licks into the inside-outside walls and got hit right there by Chase Elliott. Big hit, and then fire-ups as well after that big hit from his teammate Eric Almirola. It's like we're coming up on the choose cone. Let's see what they pick. Top 2 go to the outside. Larson goes to the inside, as well as Tyler Reddick, Corey LaJoie. Logano chose the outside there. He's going to line up 3rd row back on the outside. We're back to green flag racing here. We're going to have 2 to go in stage 2. Truex leads them to the green. Oh, Truex got a little up the track there. That's going to allow Kyle Larson to come through and possibly take the lead here. He's side by side now with Martin Truex Jr. He's ahead and clear of the 19 machine, as he just has to cruise to the stage victory here. And if Kyle Larson just stays where he is and wins this stage, he will start on pole for the last stage. He's having the best average finish of all the drivers. And he's going to do it. Kyle Larson out of turn 4. He's going to take the green and white checker flag, and he's going to win stage 2 here in the All-Star race. And let's take a look at those top 5 starters in the final stage. It's going to be Larson, Logano, Truex, Hamlin, and Blaney. They have the top 5 average finish here in the All-Star race. It went green for the 4-lap shootout. Here to conclude this wild All-Star race, Larson and Logano lead us to the green. They're even through 1 and 2. Kyle Larson might have a slight advantage. No, Logano's going to pull through on the outside. Here, let's make contact. They're both in the wall. Oh no, Truex gets collected as well as Hamlin. Hamlin gets turned on the outside wall as well. Blaney's going to take the lead, but the leaders wreck. The first 2 rows of cars wreck, as you see Hamlin and Kyle Larson on pit road getting repairs. Let's take a look at your replay. Larson just went in way too hot, collected Logano, and just nowhere to go as Truex got hooked into the outside wall by his teammate. And then Larson came back down the track, hooking the 11 into the wall. A big crash here, as we'll have a 2-lap restart here to close out this wild All-Star race. Look at it one more time in real time. Big hit for Truex. Logano got squeezed up against the outside wall. Here we go. Choose cone, the most important choose cone of this All-Star race. Blaney goes to the bottom as well as Reddick. And that puts Christopher Bell on that outside line. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Here we go. We are going to be back. Green flag racing here from Bristol. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go in the All-Star race. They're even. Bell and Blaney are even off the corner. The 12 slides up. He's going to lose it. Bell's going to have to block the 8. Christopher Bell, what a block. But Reddick's going to move the 20 up the track. And Tyler Reddick takes the lead as the 12 of Blaney's in the wall. White flags in the air. Bell moves the 8 car. They're side by side off the corner. Bell gets up into the 8 car. Here's a slide and slam. Reddick on the outside. Bell on the inside. Christopher Bell not quite clear. They're in the wall. Bell gets turned. Big hit for Christopher Bell. But he's going to win the All-Star race. The 20 sliding and spinning and getting hit across the line is going to win the All-Star race. What a wild finish here in Bristol. Let's take a look at that replay. Now, on the restart, they got even, a very even start as Bell was able to hang with Blaney on the outside, get ahead, get Blaney loose, and then instantly had to come down and block the 8 car, but the 8 car moved him out of the way. As he took the lead, as saw Blaney in the wall back there. Tough way to end his night. As Christopher Bell got under Tyler Reddick in turn 1 as they slammed on the back straightaway. As Bell ran up the track on Tyler Reddick, compromised his exit a little bit, squeezed the 8 car into the wall, and Tyler Reddick just turned Christopher Bell. What a wild All-Star race that was. Thank you for sticking around through both of the heat races and through the entirety of this presentation. Thank you for watching the ADCS as always, and we'll see you back here in 2022.